Good Wednesday evening to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. It's 9 p.m. and we're still tracking some rain around. Not particularly heavy or widespread heavy rain. We do have a couple of pockets in some spots with some heavy rain and even a little bit of thunder and lightning there in parts of northeast Georgia. Watching another batch of rain on the south side. That is generally moving though up to the north and to the east. So things are settling down a little bit more here for the metro area and in North Georgia. Even though that rain is starting to settle down, we still have a flood watch in effect for parts of North Georgia. I just messaged the folks at the National Weather Service, and I'm going to keep checking my phone here to see if they respond, to see if they're going to hold on to that flood watch until 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll let you know if they respond there and if they're going to decide to let it go earlier. But the deal is, there is still some rain out there, and any additional rain in parts of North Georgia in the already saturated ground has the potential to cause runoff and maybe some isolated areas of flooding around. So that's what we're going to keep watching going through the rest of the evening hours tonight. You can see as we've been going through the evening, we were watching some showers and a few thunderstorms that were moving from the south up toward the north. With some of that heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. A lot of that was over parts of Cherokee County and into Bartow County that last little bit. And now that it's pushing up into parts of Gordon County, just a little more moderate rain with that, but nothing particularly too heavy. Also to the north and east, you see a few of those showers there in White County, moving into parts of Rabun County. Closer in here to the metro area, and you can see that nothing's really too heavy here in our area right now. We still have some light rain stretching back from Carroll County, Douglas County, Paulding County, Cobb County, some of this in Cherokee County, North Fulton, going into Forsyth County, and even into a little bit of Hall County there. Again, mainly just some light rain that is moving through those spots. And then in North Georgia, that's where we were watching that last bit of that thunderstorm cell here that was going through Bartow and Cherokee County, a little bit of that left in Gordon County. And then I'm going to take you in a little closer to these showers here in parts of White County, Habersham County, and also Towns County. This is up from Mossy Creek and Cleveland up toward the Helen area. And, you know, they had a good bit of rain in Helen last night, and now additional rain is coming in. So we'll have to watch these areas, low-lying spots, flood-prone areas where we could see some isolated flooding that could be happening there. Also in Towns County, moving into Rabun County, we have some showers. These are pretty heavy, not too far off from the Hiawassee area. And they're the North Carolina line, pushing into parts of Clay County, not too far off from Lake Chattooga, where we're seeing some of those heavier showers that are pushing through. And that's going to continue moving up toward the north and also to the east. On the south side, generally south of I-20, we have these areas of rain. All right, still seeing if they were responding, not quite yet here. We still have these areas of rain on the south side, and the heaviest looks to be down in Upson County, just south of Thomaston. We have a couple of lightning strikes still with that. Some moderate rain in Pike County and also in Lamar County, Meriwether County, generally light rain, and that's all moving up toward the north and east. So that's going to push into Butts County. We have some of the lighter rain in Henry County and also Spalding County. That keeps moving up toward the north and to the east. So we're not finished with that yet, but this particular cluster of rain is not really pushing directly toward Atlanta. It is pretty much moving up toward the north and east. So we may miss this here. There could be some additional rain that develops there on the south side, still that could move into our area tonight. But for the most part, for the rest of the evening, we think things are going to be a little quieter out there for us tonight. Again, still watching just a few of those showers around, but nothing really widespread and nothing particularly heavy. The heaviest that we have right now is down into parts of Upson County. So we're going to keep a close eye on those showers there that are on the south side. Here is a live look. I wanted to put this full here so you can see this. Now I know it's dark. But this is the view that we were watching a little bit earlier when we had those heavier showers that were in parts of North Fulton County. We could see that there from the distance. Now we're just seeing the dark sky. You know, the sun sets now before 8:30. So that's why now that during these 9 o'clock extended updates, we used to have a little bit of light of day left, but now it is dark out there at 9 o'clock, and we're not seeing as much here on our tower cams. This is the view from our tower cam on Arizona Avenue over in DeKalb County, looking westward toward the city. And still, yeah, we've got the clouds around, but no active rain or heavy rain coming down. There are just a couple of light showers that are kind of mixed in just really here and there over the city of Atlanta and inside the perimeter. Now, we are holding on to this flood watch. I'm going to step out real quick and check my phone one more time and just see if the National Weather Service has answered yet as to whether or not they're going to allow this to expire early. This flood watch is supposed to be in effect until 2 o'clock in the morning, and it covers not the city of Atlanta, but it is just to the north of Atlanta, where we have these counties like, as far south as Hall County, Forsyth County. We have Cherokee County, Bartow County, Floyd County, and Polk County. That line northward, all those counties here in North Georgia, that's where we have a flood watch. And if you were watching us last night, we were telling you about the flood warnings that were up in Catoosa County. We did have some flooding up around Fort Oglethorpe, and then over the state line up into Tennessee in the Chattanooga area near East Ridge, we had some major flooding there where Interstate 24 was actually shut down in both directions for a big part of the night last night with all the rain that they had there. And so what's been happening with these bands of rain over North Georgia, where it's been heavier there and the ground is very saturated, the Weather Service issued this watch so people be prepared if and when additional rain comes in, that instead of soaking into the ground, it's pretty much going to run off into low-lying and flood-prone areas, and so that's why they issued this watch, just to be aware of the possibility of some rising water possible in some spots. Atlanta not included, or the city of Atlanta and inside the perimeter is not included in that watch, and this should expire at 2 o'clock in the morning if they don't cancel it before that expiration time. Check out our almanac for today. Another day just below average. Now, a couple things I want you to notice. Number one, our high 88 degrees. Number two, we've been telling you for the past few weeks that our average high for this time of year is 90 degrees. Well, now that average has come down to 89. So we're seeing the average high temperatures as we get toward middle of August, and then of course into the fall months, we see the average high starting to come down a little bit. So 90 was our average high for this time of year. Now 89 is our average high for this time of year, and that 88 today was just 1 degree below the average. We didn't pick up any rain here in Atlanta today, and we're watching that rainfall deficit grow a little bit, almost 3/4 of an inch below where we should be in rainfall for the year. And here's a look at the temperatures from the day as we had those mild temperatures this morning in the mid-70s. And then look what happened this afternoon. It's kind of interesting to see this. We had some clouds, a little bit of sun, some clouds again, a little bit of sun, and the temperature responded in those times when the sun came out. And you can see it went from 86 down to 85, up to 87, then back to 85, and then to 86. But actually between these hourlies here, that's when we hit 88 degrees for the high temperature. And now we're in the lower 80s and pretty much holding in those lower 80s and then eventually dropping into the 70s going through the overnight hours. Look at the temperatures right now. 80 degrees here in town. Lawrenceville is also at 81 right now in Athens. A little cooler in some spots, especially in the areas that had some rain earlier. Cooled it down into the 70s, and they're holding in the 70s right now. Marietta is 79, Canton 74, Carrollton 74, and 77s down in Peachtree City and also over into the Thomaston area. We're going to start off tomorrow morning. Another mild start there with temperatures that are going to be right around 73 degrees, and then getting up to 75 at 9, 79 at 11. Mid to upper 80s for the after lunch, actually the lunchtime hour and after, and then we do think we'll hit 90 again tomorrow. And the rain chances are going to be lower tomorrow. We're going with a 30% chance for showers, and that would mainly be in the afternoon. We don't think they'll be really widespread. So fewer showers expected here tomorrow. The rain chance doesn't totally go away, but it does go down to 30%. And any showers that develop would most likely be between 2 and 7 o'clock in the afternoon and early evening, and they would be isolated, wouldn't really be strong. What you need to do is, number one, just be aware of a couple of isolated showers, but know we're going to have a lot more dry hours. Also, though, be aware that temperatures are going to be warming a little bit more. We're going to go back to the lower 90s. So find a fan, air conditioner, avoid the heat out there to keep yourself cool, because with the humidity around, it is also going to be making it feel hotter than just 90 degrees tomorrow. So here's what we're watching tonight. Any of those showers out there are diminishing. Tomorrow morning, we start off with the clouds around. At lunchtime, some sunshine coming through. Notice the arrows now coming out of the north and northwest. This is going to be a little bit of a drier flow. Now, even though we have northerly and northwesterly winds, it's not going to be cooler or anything, but just some slightly drier air coming in. Dew points dropping just a little bit, and that means there's going to be a little less moisture for the heating to work with. And that's why we think we'll see fewer showers bubbling up in the afternoon hours. And you can see here, this model not really showing hardly anything. We're still going with a 30% chance for a shower, but a lot of us are going to stay dry during the day. During the evening, we're looking okay out there too. On Friday, another dry start to the day. Lunchtime is still dry. In the afternoon, again, we're going to go with about a 30% chance for some isolated showers a little bit. Enough heating and enough moisture maybe just for a couple of those to bubble up, but we don't think they will be widespread. Any of that develop will leave pretty early. And then going into Saturday, a mainly dry day. We're going with only a 20% chance for a shower here for your Saturday afternoon. So hopefully some drier air will persist into the weekend, but the temperatures will still be pretty warm. You've got the 30% chance Thursday and Friday, then a 20% chance for showers Saturday, Sunday, and also into Monday. And then look at the temperatures though. We're back to the lower 90s. Now this is going to be now above average. Now that the average high for this time of year is 89, we're going to be at 90 on Thursday, 92 Friday, 91 Saturday, 90 Sunday, and then 92 here for your Monday. All right, let's talk about what we're watching with Tropical Storm Erin. Erin is beginning to get a little stronger. If you've been watching us over the past couple of days, when Erin became a tropical storm, it had been holding with winds around 45 miles an hour, not really showing any signs of strengthening. Now, winds are up a little bit, indicating some slight strengthening. We're at 50 mile an hour maximum winds, and it's moving west at about 17 miles an hour. It's still located about 1,200 miles away from the northern Leeward Islands here, so it's got a long way to go before it gets anywhere close to any type of land, and it's also got a lot of time to strengthen as it continues moving across the Atlantic. And you can kind of see as we zoom in a little bit more, the structure getting a little more impressive there. I'm not really seeing an eye or anything develop, but you definitely can see the center of circulation, a lot of that convection there around that center of circulation. So here is a look at the track. We think that by Thursday, this is going to become a hurricane, Category 1 hurricane, and then by the weekend, getting stronger to a Cat 2, and by the end of the weekend, potentially a Category 3. And by Monday, this is going to begin to curve away from the Bahamas right here. So as you can see, we don't really, from this model, show a direct hit on any of the islands there in the northern Leeward Islands, or even over toward Puerto Rico, Haiti and the Dominican Republic, or the Bahamas. We don't really see a direct hit on those islands as it kind of starts to curve away. And the models are showing that curve also most likely keeping this away from the United States. Here's a look at the spaghetti models. Now, what I want you to notice here, a pretty consensus look at the models, but then as we go farther out in time, there's a wider spread for the models. In fact, even one of the European models is showing this getting closer to the North Carolina coast. Most of the other models keep this really far away and over a little bit closer to Bermuda. So these models are going to be going back and forth over the next few days here. And when you see one rogue model bringing it close, you can't bank on that. You have to watch for trends with it to see if the other models come that way or if that one comes back into the other direction. So that's what we do as meteorologists, kind of looking at all these models. Now, I want to show you the wind fields. Even though we don't think that will be a direct hit on the islands, there will be an increased wind in the northern Leeward Islands. There will be increased winds in the Bahamas as well as rough surf there. And then going into the middle of next week. Now, this is that European model that comes closer. Now, we don't know that for sure it's going to be this close here, but I just want to show you, even though we don't think that'll be a direct hit on the southeast coastline, it's possible that some winds will be coming in, maybe to the Georgia coast, the Carolina coastline, and even farther up to the north. So that's what we'll have to be watching here. Now, there's another area that we're watching in the over the Yucatan Peninsula and moving up into the Bay of Campeche, potentially there. The Hurricane Center only giving this a 10% chance of developing going through the next 7 days. But again, that's something to watch. Whenever you have anything trying to develop in the Gulf, we have to keep a close eye on that. So here's your 7-day outlook. With those hot temperatures each and every afternoon, we're going to see highs in the lower 90s. And then look at those rain chances, 30% Thursday and Friday. Then we'll see a 20% chance on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday back up to a 30% chance for some rain. So that slightly drier air moving in. We don't totally get rid of the rain chances, but at least they're coming down a little bit, not quite as high as we had for the first part of the week and here into the middle of the week. Now, the end of the week, those rain chances will be lower, and that's going to be the same as we head into the weekend as well. Thanks for watching us for this extended weather update here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We'll have another update for you tonight at 11 o'clock and more updates throughout the day tomorrow right here from the 11 Alive Weather Impact team.